Hi guys, my name is Max. I'm Maxthemandalorian for obvious reasons. I've been cosplaying since about 2021, do you want to say?
22.
2022, okay, first convention was in May 2022. Okay, pass over to you.
Hello, I'm Sammie, and Sammie.Cosplays, and I've been cosplaying with Max my whole time, so since 2022.
Hi everybody, I'm Mick from Mickelmakes. Been making for about 3 years now. Literally make any cosplays. Started with Star Wars and kind of progressed into what you see today. Don't just make for myself though, I make for anybody that reaches out for commissions and DIY kits. It's a really cheeky plug there. Yeah, that's it.
No, plug away, plug away. So, I mean, I have tons of questions already, but are there any questions just from the outset straight away that anyone has for these guys before I just start reeling off my questions?
Don't all raise your hands at once.
Yeah, I know. Here we go. Anyone? Right, I'm going to kick us off then.
Yeah.
Right. Do you make these or are these bought? And how long does it take you to make something like this?
Okay, so this is a bit of a combination of both. It's a bit of made, bit of bought. There's some things that I can't do at home. I'm not an experienced seamstress. I'm not an experienced leather worker. I don't do electronics. I do 3D printing, and that's the parts that you can see here that we've done. If you want to talk about electronics and those sorts of things.
Unfortunately, that's me. So I'm an engineer by trade, so I pick up everything and I figure out how it works and how it should work. So I've adapted that to my suit. As many of you, if you follow me, you see that I've had lots of battery problems with my suit, and it draws quite a lot of current, keeping
Wow, look at that.
all of
That's
that
so good.
lit up. So over the years of, well, the year now of wearing the suit, I've upgraded to being able to turn it off with a magnetic reed switch, and it's all controlled with an Arduino card, which is primarily used for an Iron Man suit, but I've adapted it for the Blue Beetle. But yeah, everything of mine is 3D printed. Varies from flexible TPU in the arms.
Can I touch?
Yeah, you can touch.
Can I touch?
That's been the weirdest question all weekend.
Is that what everyone's doing? Can I touch
And
you?
the most common as well.
Yeah, I touch a big. Sorry,
I've
can
got
I just-
translucent as well for the lights, so
That's cool.
when the lights are off, it's just clear.
What did you do? You touched something. What did you touch?
Magic. So behind here is a magnetic reed switch.
Okay.
So that sends a feedback to an Arduino, which then
Right.
activates the code to turn off and turn on. And that's activated by a magnet in my hand.
A magnet in his hand. There's a round of applause. He's got a magnet in his hand. What?
It's not going to do it now.
I love that.
There we go. There we go. Back on.
Can we just back that up? Did you say have you got an Iron Man outfit?
No, in bits. In bits.
That's not my favourite. So Iron Man's not my favourite as well. But my outfits aren't as good as you. I just have like a full spandex Iron Man outfit, which I wasn't allowed to wear today, obvious reasons. But yeah, I want to get a real Iron Man outfit. Okay, awesome. So I want to talk about costs as well. Like how much does like it cost to build things? How much money have you spent on the hobby?
Money's a crude subject. My dad's in the audience. He's going to kill me. Okay.
Oh no.
So we have the benefit, us two at home, and as well for Mick, we have 3D printers that we've already purchased, so we don't really take that into account of the costs. You have to buy the filament for the 3D printer. It's about £15 for a kilogram of filament, around about that. It depends what sort of quality you buy. And then obviously you've got the soft parts. I'd say if I had to estimate the amount I've spent on this particular suit, about 500.
1,000?
No, not including obviously the time that you
Sure.
spend. So yes, it's all printable and it all comes off like this, but it doesn't look like this from the case. You have to sand it, and sanding takes a long time. You know about sanding.
Ooh, sanding is by far the worst part of cosplay. Yeah, sorry. Don't know why I didn't just take that from you there. Yes, you have to cover it in filler and then sand and sand and sand. Our printer isn't the best printer, so it has quite a lot of layer lines, and that's what you're trying to get rid of. Whereas I think the better printer you get, sort of less lines, so less sanding.
So how many like for someone who's never sanded any 3D artwork? How long does it? How many hours, man hours of sanding for?
I guess it's really, it really is down to, first of all, how well you printed it. So I know, for example, Mick, yours comes off the bed pretty damn good quality, doesn't it?
Yeah, so over the years, the printers have got slowly better and better, like you're saying, with the print quality, but it's all You can increase the print time by printing at higher quality, or you can suck that up in sanding. So there really is a fine line between how long you want to spend printing to sanding. So I print it at medium quality, which means I've got at least 3 hours worth of sanding before I'm even print ready.
Okay.
Paint ready, sorry.
This is not. Do you know what? Does anyone want to see them put these helmets on? I just feel like these go on, right? Does anyone want to see? I want to see them on. Everyone? Oh, that's it. Round of applause. Let's put the helmets on. Get your phones out, because this is going to be... I'm getting my phone out as well. This is insane.
We'll wait a minute, because Mix takes a lot longer than ours does. It's all in
Oh,
parts.
it's all in bits.
There we go. And it's the chin. Right. Now we can do it.
Okay, so there's like 2 different plates. That goes on. Wow. Oh, don't they look cool? Give them a round of applause. I love that. I got to get a bit of this one. Oh, that's too cool. All right, you can take them off now. Sorry about that. My goodness.
That's all anyone wants us to do is put the helmet on.
Just like when people see you, they're like, can you
Put the helmet on.
We don't want to look at your face. We want to look at the... This is so cool. So can we talk about what productions you've got on at the moment? Also, you're not just the Mandalorian. You dress as other things?
Yes, so my main suit is the Mandalorian. That's where the name Maxthemandalorian comes from. My other suit is a Clone Wars Captain Rex. You can see the helmet over on our stall, D52, and people who were here yesterday will have seen me waddling around in that. And I'm currently we also do a Sadie and Arthur from Red Dead Redemption 2, and also Captain America. But my current suit in production is Noble 6 from Halo Reach. It's my favorite ever video game. It's something I wanted to do for such a long, long time. So that's my current progress right now.
Which Red Dead Redemption 2 character did you say?
Arthur.
Arthur, the main one. All right, cool. I love that. Let's talk about what outfits you have.
So we tend to, with fiancés, we tend to do a lot of...
Woo! Wow, God, that was fantastic. Who asked who, just so... Oh, I love that. Oh, that's so... I like how you got that in. Gonna marry him, just so everyone...
Yep, heads up.
Yeah, just back away.
Yes, we tend to do quite a lot of like couple costumes.
That's cool.
Yeah, so Bo and Mando. I do Sadie from Red Dead Redemption 2.
Okay, cool.
Do Captain Carter to his Captain America. I'm doing an Ahsoka, so that'll work really well. So that's
let's talk about this one. So what
yeah,
is this?
Absolutely.
What's it made from? Like material? Because this is kind of soft and jangly, and this is quite hard.
Yes, so this is foam, and then I've covered it in, I think it was wood filler, sanded it down to give it a bit more strength, and then added spandex leku to the bottom. So then they have a nice little wiggle to it. Because
they do.
You can make them fully foam, but it's not very comfortable.
Sure.
It gets very warm. So this gives them a little bit of a jiggle.
And also, you want it to kind of move so it looks natural, like how Ahsoka has it, right?
Absolutely.
So I get that.
Absolutely.
That's really cool. Did that take you long?
How long did that take?
Well...
I'm really bad.
You don't keep times, do you?
No,
it's tomorrow. What's going on?
I con crunch, so I will leave things to the night before. It's just how I work. So it wasn't too bad. Maybe like...
Do you want to tell the people when you finish this helmet?
Thursday night.
Thursday night. Looking good. Don't get too close. I'm joking. No, it's good. It looks really...
In all fairness, I was away with work at the start of the week. It would have been done, well, at the start of the week instead.
You happy though? You didn't? There's nothing else you want to do to it?
No. I was really, really happy with how it turned out. Yeah.
Yeah, no, fantastic.
Yeah, and it was second attempt as well, because I had, my previous one was huge, and it was just way too big. So I think that's one of the best things about cosplay. It's just, I love to remake things. That's like the third time I've made that.
Okay, and it's just better each time, right?
Exactly, 100%. Yeah. You see the difference, and it's just learning. It's just a constant learning curve, but it's really fun. It's really fun.
Right, okay, I really want to know, because this suit is insane. I want to know what other suits you have and what other ones are you planning?
So I actually started with the Buzz Lightyear because of the Lightyear film that came out last year or the year before.
Is that on your stall?
That is, yeah. You can see it from here, yeah. But he's rocking a bit of a Star Wars crossover at the minute. He's got a Captain Rex clone helmet on.
Yeah, okay, it's like a Star Wars head on it, right?
Yeah, so we had Star Wars Celebration last year.
Okay.
And I didn't have any time to get suits ready, so I was like, what can I do? Let's do a crossover. And it went down really well. Like, people loved Buzz Rex.
I like
Absolutely
that,
yeah.
It's the colour. You can see the Buzz colours straight away, can't
That's
you?
it. And everyone's like, why is Buzz Lightyear? Actually, that's a clone. Wait. Like,
is it good or bad?
Yeah,
like,
exactly. I got a lot of good and a lot of bad, so I took both.
Fantastic.
Feedback's always good feedback, regardless.
That's so cool. And what about future ideas?
I'm a bit of a loss at the minute because we're building a workshop. So my whole focus has been on building the new workshop so I can expand the business and more cosplay. So I don't know. I've got a lot of ideas. I've started a Mark 46 Iron Man. I've been looking at Victor Von Doom. So again, that's another Iron Man-esque suit.
Yeah, cool.
But I kind of like the suits where they've got a bit of electronics and a bit of
mechanical, like
yeah.
what's it? Doctor Doom's got the steel face, hasn't he?
Motorization. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's cool. So let's go back to the workshop. You take commissions, right? So other people.
Yeah. So we actually run it as a limited business. So it started in lockdown, just playing with a little Ender 3, and then one thing led to another, and now I'm producing suits by suits, month by month.
That is insane.
They're all over my Instagram and TikTok and wherever else I post. But
just give us a shout out. So for anyone that doesn't know, what's your Instagram?
It's Mickelmakes3D.
Mickelmakes.
Mickelmakes.
All right. Have you guys? Do you want to shout out your Instagram or?
So I'm at Maxthemandalorian, all one word.
And I'm at Sammie.Cosplays.
Okay, fantastic. So just another question, because you are the commissioning outfits. What's that like? Is it you getting a lot more than what you thought, or is it?
Yeah, it started off as the helmets, and then it was, can you do a suit? So I did a suit.
Yeah.
Did my own suit to make sure that I could actually fulfill on suits, and then discovered that measurements are a thing. So
right, yeah.
What
can
fits me?
Can I get that in a medium?
What fits me doesn't fit you, and
yeah.
Oh, jeez, yeah. So that got me in a bit of bother and a bit of trouble at the start, but I've got over that with software, and there's a program called Armour, and you can plug all your measurements in. It'll make a little avatar, and you drag all the armour in, size it, export it back out, and you've got a helmet that would fit, an armour that would fit.
That is what is the most requested, like superhero?
Iron Man.
That's my favourite. I was hoping it'd be a bit. Everyone, who likes Iron Man? Whose Iron Man's your favourite? Iron Man. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you get any weird, like people want weird requests in the suit?
It's not safe for this conversation.
Is it not? No, I wasn't even thinking like that. I was just like different like weapons or whatever.
No, we do get all sorts. Yeah, more recently the Knights Helldivers. So because obviously the game.
Yeah, okay.
So we've got a couple of helmets on the stand, and we've just done a whole suit for a developer on the game as well.
Yeah,
so that went over to Switzerland or Sweden, one of the two, and that was last week. So that went. That was a week's turnaround build as well. So it's quick.
That's fantastic. So do you guys, I'm guessing, you go to like different cosplay events, right?
Yeah.
So where else do you go? Talk to us about, your timetable. How often do you get dressed up?
Okay, so we actually got dressed up last week in these, and that was a mistake. It was 24-degree heat. We were outside. I gave myself heat stroke. It was not a fun time. It had me nervous for this week, but luckily the NEC is great at air conditioning.
It's not bad, is it? It's
so
nice and chilled.
So that was the last time we dressed up, and the last time before that was January. So we attended a convention in London, and then before that was December. We tend to go through sort of almost 6-month breaks before going to conventions. We find that's about enough time to be in the suits.
Yeah.
I've been in this suit since 9:30. I want to go home. No, I'm joking. It's amazing. It's amazing to be here and to be brought in to do cosplay at events like this is incredible and show it off. But we very rarely actually get into the suits. If you talk about the whole course of a year, really it's about 1-2% of the year we're in suits. Yeah.
Do you guys get booked for parties, kids' parties, like weddings? Like obviously, so there's a bit of money to be made on the side for.
Well, the businessman in my dad is always telling me to, so he's always trying to get me into these events. But it's something we'd like to do. It's just not something we've had the experience of doing thus far.
Yeah, I can imagine they could be great, couldn't they? At a party with the helmets on. Even I'll give you my details next year. Look at my friends. That's absolutely insane. Does anybody have any questions? Maybe any perfect? There we go.
What 3D printers would you recommend for someone wanting to get into making their own stuff?
So we're actually looking to upgrade ours. So I'm going to pass over to Mick because he's the guy who's going to recommend our one.
So at the minute we've got, I think we're on about 10 Elegoo Neptunes. So they range from the 4 to the 4 Plus, the 3 Max, and the 3 Plus. So you've got your high-speed printers, your larger scale printers, which are like half a meter cube on the Max, and then on the Plus you can fit a full-size Mandalorian clone helmet, armor plates on a diagonal 45. They're really robust, really good, and over I think 16 to 18 months we've had them, each one's probably been down maybe once or twice, compared to the artillery sidewinders that we used to have like 15 of, and half of them would just be sat there idle, broken, looking really depressed, or waiting to go in the skip. So yeah, definitely the Elegoo Neptune series.
Fantastic. I love that. Well, I can't stop looking at you. I don't know.
Sorry.
How many man hours did that take, that outfit?
So version 1 took 3 weeks.
Was that 3 weeks working every day?
That's 3 weeks working a full-time job and having a family. So
right.
Every evening was a late night.
Yeah.
Every morning was an early morning if I could. Very supportive wife.
Version, is that your wife?
That's wife, yeah.
Let's give a round of applause for the wife. Woo! Look at her, stare at her.
So yeah, it was Odeon that reached out, West Midlands Odeon.
Yeah.
3 weeks before the film came out, we've seen the helmet. Can you make the suit? Do you reckon you can come down for the night and meet and greet? It's like, yes, I guess so. So everything was put on the back burner. Like the suit went full chat.
Yeah.
But I had no end of battery problems. Like, the batteries give out after an hour. But I've got that to a point now where it seems to be running okay.
Is there an on and off switch that you can, like when you press the center in your chest?
That is the on and off.
Is that the on and off
Yeah.
as well? And also you can change it from blue to clear.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that's
just by the
how
touch
good.
button.
I mean, how good is that? When did you? I need to ask. When did you start to say, do you know what? I'm going to make a suit. Was it you inspired by movies?
It was Buzz. For me, it was Lightyear. I seen the film and I was
Yeah.
sat there going, I really want to be Buzz Lightyear.
I want to be Buzz Lightyear.
Googled, is there like files, STLs for the actual suit? Found it. It was like straight on every print. That was the same. I had a con, I think, 10 weeks from the date I watched the film, and I was like, I'm going to do this.
And that, just to be clear, that's not the Toy Story film. That was the Buzz,
The Lightyear film.
the
Yeah.
Lightyear film,
Yeah.
which is just as good as the other Toy Stories.
Toy Story's 20 years old next year as well.
I was just saying, if I was like, they're like, no, it isn't. No, the Toy Story's amazing. What about you guys? What got you into, to say, you know what, I'm going to be a superhero. I'm going to make my stuff.
Everyone will remember March 2020. A little thing happened which stopped the world. And we were at home, and Mandalorian had just been released in the UK, and I think it was obviously a huge time for everyone to get into that. And I said to my dad, who is out there in the audience right now, do you want to make with me something, a prop in the garage? And he was like, yeah, let's do it. So we
let's get this up. Hold it up, yeah.
So we got some foam together, just from online, and some random bits and bobs, a little bit of contact cement. And we threw this together in about a month or so. A lot of it was just waiting for time to dry. And we got to the end of it, and I thought to myself, I can't stop there. I have to keep going. And then I made my first Mandalorian helmet, and then the suit came, and then that's when, well, the suit was happening after I met you, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just, we both like nerdy things, and we thought, oh, we'll go, when everything started to sort of reopen, Comic-Con started, and we thought, oh, yeah, we should go to a Comic-Con. It was like, oh, everyone dresses up. Let's try that. And I think it was something we'd always wanted to do, but we just never had someone to like do it with. And then I guess then we met each other and both were like, oh, well, would you like to try that? And it worked. Fortunately, he said yes.
And then afterwards he was, would you like to marry me as well? And then, is that how did he propose, like, by the way? How was it?
It was in Central Park in New York.
In the suit?
No.
No, God, no. Don't make it creepy. No.
Imagine trying to stick that on a suitcase.
Oh my goodness! I imagine you get when you wear the suits, do you get a ton of people? Do you get mobbed? Because obviously I've been to a Comic-Con. Not everyone has the best outfits. Like, being fair, there are different ability levels, and obviously I'm guessing when people see you, they're like, "Is that the real thing? Is that the real thing?" Like, do you get a lot of attention?
Yeah, Max in The Mandalorian, we can't walk like more than 2 steps.
Love that. High five. Go on, let's give some applause for that. He's put so many man hours into that outfit. Good old man.
Yeah, we are stopped constantly, and we love it. Like, this is the reason we do it. When people come and ask for photos and say, "Oh, I love your outfit," that's the reason that we do this, because it just brings us so much joy that other people love what we also love.
Yeah, I bet. And they want to have pictures with you because you're obviously a couple as well. It's good to get a picture.
We find that it's very helpful to do couples costumes that we do. Like the costumes that we're wearing today complement each other very, very well. Like, we were stood out the front. A lot of you may have seen us as you were walking in. Yeah, you guys over there will have caught us as you were walking in, and you over there as well will have caught us as we were walking in. Obviously, we were helmeted, and people are always keen to get pictures with both of us, which is just amazing, and it makes it all worth it, and it obviously get to spend even more time with my soulmate.
Oh my goodness. She's already said yes. I love it.
I'll pass it to you now.
Oh
Stop
my
being
goodness.
sappy.
Yeah, what about you? Tell me your experiences at Comic-Cons and other events.
So I get inundated with people, like the same as these pair. I'm mixing my words up here. But kids are the best, and obviously having my own kids, I love their reactions, and they'll be running around with a helmet on all around the house. As soon as it's off the printer or painted, it's, can I try it on? And it's gone.
Yeah.
So when I'm at cons and I get kids coming up and they want photos, or you're really good in that film, it's like, thanks.
Yeah.
I'll go with it because I don't want to ruin the dream.
You have
the
to.
same with the faceplate. I'll try and keep the faceplate on as much as I can when I'm around other cosplayers or other kids and families, just to keep that almost that dream aspect alive.
No, I love that. I bet they do. I bet seeing the reactions and the emotions of people that love the characters,
That's it.
It's just so satisfying,
Buzz,
right?
for little kids, it's Buzz, and for medium-sized kids and adults, it's Buzz as well, which is weird.
Yeah, yeah.
But it is such a good, like you say, it makes you feel really good about what you've built. And it's hard sometimes to be a bit more hubris with your work and go, yeah, it's all right. And people are, it's amazing. Look,
It is,
I
yeah.
just knocked it together. It's fine.
Yeah, you don't. That's the thing. Sometimes you put things down, you go, oh, that, but really it needs to be celebrated because some other people don't have the ability to do it, and you guys do. But what I also want to know is like comfort levels, because what is it like?
Big fat zero.
How would you? How can you describe to us people here who haven't got suits on comfort levels?
So I'm wearing an undersuit, so I'm sweaty in every area.
Lovely.
I'm sure you wanted to know. But I've got a 5 or 6 kilogram backpack on all day. So I've got strain across the top of my back. I can't bring my legs up past that. I can't sit down. Can barely reach my mouth to eat and drink. Besides that, it's great. It's really good.
Just stand still. Just stand up.
And when you're hot and sweaty, someone always goes, can I have a photo with a mask on?
Sorry, and I said to you earlier, guys, who wants to sit
fine.
with a mask on? And we were all like, yeah, make them more hotter.
So I'll come round to here just to show. So this one actually isn't too bad. It's like Sammie here. I've got a flight suit on, and then the armour is attached onto it. These are the gauntlets, all sort of sit around it. So the movement in this actually isn't too bad. I can get that to here.
That's a good squat.
I'm practicing. In Rex, however, my clone trooper armour, nothing. The range of movement genuinely is about this and there. And that is the most uncomfortable one. But I'm roasting in this. I was fine in that. And also the shoes are more comfortable. I'm wearing steel-toe boots for this one, and it's weighty. So yeah, it's a lot to carry around, but nothing compared to what you've got on right now.
You're doing so well, though, because your face looks so fresh. It must be his moisturiser, I don't know, but he does not look sweaty. And what about you?
Yeah, same. So this is the main, uncomfortable one, I guess I have, because the actual pieces by themselves aren't too heavy, but when you put it on and wear it all day and it all adds up, it really adds up. And it's things like, I can't really sit in this. It's not the best. So
I haven't seen you guys sit down, to be fair.
no.
That deserves a round of applause. They haven't sat down all day. And they've been here 2 days. Right.
And then the Ahsoka, and some of you may have seen me yesterday, and I was bright green. So that's another headpiece, and that gets really sweaty, and it's just the headache from having your head sort of tilted back is not the most comfortable.
Oh my god. So it's insane. I can't stop looking. It's incredible. Has anyone got any questions you thought about, you want to ask these incredible people with their characters? We've got someone over there. I'm coming to you, sir. Hello. There we go.
Yeah, where do you actually get the files for the 3D printing?
Okay, so there's a lot of very talented people online who will do 3D modeling. Mick, do you do 3D modeling? No? No. Okay, there's some people online that will do 3D modeling, and then they will sell the files. So we were able to buy a full suit of armour of files, and I'd say it's about £30 for nearly £40 for a full suit to actually print it all. And once you have them, you've got them, and you can print it with it. You can't obviously resell the files or the stuff you make from it, but it gives you the opportunity to make it. So I've printed these things from the same files a couple of times over. But yeah, there's some very, very, very talented people online who do something that I could never, ever do, which is spend the time and the hours to do and learn 3D modeling, because it's an absolute art form to do it. And the fact that they get it to the point where everything is just screen accurate, that's the really awesome part, and we can't sort of thank them enough, really.
Also, Etsy. There is so much on Etsy. So, like the pattern for the Leku there, that was all on Etsy. I think I found some of my armour files on Etsy. That is a really good place to start. I think that's where you find a lot of patterns and things for cosplay, and lots of wonderful people on there.
I've got to say, let's look at some of the props as well, because you've got a baby Grogu in there. I'm guessing that was does it come out, or is it that bought? Obviously you didn't make that or 3D print that, right? Is it just a...
This one I just bought. I wouldn't hope to make something like that. I'd be terrified it would end up looking a bit scary.
I like and get your guns out. What is you got a gun in there, and you've got...
So you got one gun here.
Right.
You've got 2 blasters there.
They're made, right? You made these, or these? Okay, that's so cool. So they're made. What materials do you use when you're making, apart from the 3D printer?
So mainly 3D printed.
Okay.
But the ones we got here, so you've got some flexible parts of your armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a carryover from Buzz. I couldn't really move in Buzz. It was like a robot suit. You were constricted by any kind of motion. So I flexible printed my forearms and biceps, so now they give when they come against each other. Whereas plastic printed parts, PLA, there's no give. There's no motion. And I've done the same with my abs, so I've actually got some twist, and I can actually bend a little bit.
That's insane. That's so cool. So you kind of came up with that sequence.
In addition from having Buzz Lightyear, yeah.
That's amazing. No, that's really cool. I love the spikes. Can I just feel how sharp they are?
Yeah, of course.
Because they're they are. They're quite dangerous. And just turn around, look at this. I think this is amazing. Just like the detail. It's almost got like a mother of pearl effect on those top 2 ones, on the top 2 lights. And then this is like the little bug tail, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's so good.
Oh,
look, what's this? You got
glamorous assistant.
We're going to bring on this huge. Look at this. Right. Is this 3D printed as well?
This is a different style of 3D printing. So this is printed on an infinite printer.
Okay.
Which traditional printers print vertically. This one prints horizontally on a treadmill.
Wow.
So the sword is actually printed in 2 halves and then joined, which means then I could sand the top layer and put lights throughout the center. So this actually lights up as well.
Is it?
2 seconds.
Can I?
This is the really cool part. This is the magic of electronics right here.
This is insane. Look at that. It is quite light. It's a lot lighter than you think. But that is wow. You don't want to drop that.
Ready for this?
Do not drop that.
Oh.
Oh, it lights up, ladies and gentlemen. Can you get a round of applause? Look! He's got a sword that lights up. How did you... Magnet.
More magnets.
No way. You're too smart. You win. You win. Oh, my goodness. So it lights up. What else does Blue Beetle have apart from that? Does he have any other weapons?
He transforms into various hand blasters and cannons and swords and blades and all sorts. But I've had someone design some hand blades, but I just haven't got around to making them. And wings as well, but yeah, they'd be too big.
Oh my goodness!
Possibilities. You can literally make anything.
Yeah. No, it's true.
That's why I love 3D printing. Anybody can come up with any idea, and we can adapt it and make it, which is great.
Right. That's fantastic. Is there any other questions, guys? For these? Oh, there's a lady over there. Coming to you.
This one's for you.
Have any of you made anything with like movable parts? Like obviously with it being the Beetle, like do you have any electronics to make them move while you're wearing them, or is that a bit too tech?
No, luckily the suit doesn't move at all. But I've got a motorized Iron Man helmet, which works off some solenoids. So they've got some little I think they're MS-90 servos in the head, and then they open the faceplate on command, which everybody must have seen at some point on YouTube and TikTok. And but no, nothing. There are motorized Iron Man suits now as well, where the wings and the flaps open, and again they're all controlled off a similar kind of solenoid. Other than that, no.
Any other questions, guys? Oh, here we go. Now they're starting.
Apart from plenty of sanding, what sort of products do you use before you get to the final paint stage you're making?
So the process for us would be the print comes off of the bed in its raw state. We'll hit it with some automotive body filler that you buy from Halfords. You mix it together with a hardener and you just cake it on. And you sand it all the way up from the lowest grit to the highest grit you want to do. Then we'll hit it with some filler primer from Halfords again. We're really up in Halfords on this talk right now. Which you could then resand again if you found any more blemishes. And then you prime it for real. But it really is, coming back to the 3D printing side of things that you mentioned earlier, it does come down to how your print comes off the bed initially as to how much sanding you actually have to do. But for us, when we print from a sort of a faster and potentially lower quality print, that's the process that we would use. But what would you say to that?
So my technique's completely different. So I sand at an 80 grit, and then I hit it with something called Motip spray putty, which is a very thick paint, but it's like a liquid thinner, a liquid filler. And after a heavy coat, you hit it with another light coat, and then you sand back again. And generally, that gets rid of 90 to 100% of the layer lines. You'll get the odd imperfection that I use wood filler to sort, but generally after that, you're ready to go. Give it another 280 coat to a 400 grit, and then you really smooth primer. Give that a wet sand, and then again, that's where you hit it with some paint.
Yeah, no, that was a good question because a lot of work goes into these outfits. Anyone else? While they're here, we've got a few more minutes. Yes, here we go. I'm gonna pass the mic down for me, guys.
How hard is it to take off the suits?
I wouldn't know because the wife does that. It's not a wife thing. It's just I can't do it myself. There's only so much I can take off. The backpack kind of seals me into the suit because it wraps around me. So the abs come off, then the back plate, and then I can get everything else off from there.
So your wife basically is in charge of when that comes off. So
getting me
you've
dressed.
got to be good to your wife is the key there, right?
I've been stuck in Buzz before, and that was hilarious at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I bet.
I walked in, put the chest on, got over exuberant with the build. I was like, I'm in it. It's 2:30, 2:45. I hope she's awake. Walking through the house dressed as Buzz Lightyear, like, wake up.
Can you help me, please?
I've got work in 3 hours.
Yeah. Can imagine.
So I find that it's much easier to get out of this and Rex than it is to get in it. Again, like Mick, Sammie will often help me get into my suit. It's much easier to do that. To get it off, I can just grab parts of it and then rip it off. But to put it on, it's more of an actual placement. Same with Rex as well. It's just it's much easier for me to get out of the suits than it is to get in. But again, like Mick said, I have been stuck in a suit at one point. You were in America, and I decided to try the suit on, and I couldn't quite reach. I was like, oh, I'm stuffed. It wasn't good. Eventually, I managed to just move my arm and grab it. But yeah.
Yeah, it's not too bad because these all Velcroed on, so it's quite easy to, like Max said, taking it off is fine. It's making sure you do everything in the right order as well. So you kind of have to dress yourself top up, and really, as soon as those to be honest, even when the knees are on, it's game over for me. I can't really bend too far, so
Yeah.
Max does have to dress me as well.
Do you know what, you don't think about taking when you get it on, you're like, yeah, I'm the man, and then you don't think about taking off, do you? And then you need someone, otherwise you're going to work dressed as Buzz Lightyear. All right, guys. So, any more questions before we finish up? I just have one more, but we're going to go to you, sir. Patiently waiting. There we go. Cool outfit, by the way. We're not going to lose you in those shorts, are we?
Did you make the costumes, or did you just get given them?
So the ones that we've got here, we made all of ourselves, 3D printed, obviously sewed on the Velcro, and then put them on ourselves. But yeah, it's absolutely no harm in buying a costume, getting into cosplay. That's the key thing about cosplay is that it's for absolutely everybody. If you want to make your suit, more power to you. If you want to buy the suit, that's absolutely fine. The main thing is about sort of becoming your favorite character and having fun. It's not about like the elitism of, oh, you didn't make yours. I think you said to me yesterday there was a part of my suit that I bought and you were like, I didn't realize you did that. But it was like, it's absolutely fine. It's not an issue. But yeah, for speaking for myself and obviously for Sammie and for Mick, we made these ourselves.
Yeah. No, that's fair. And also, if you do, you can ask for them birthdays, Christmas, and you can build up parts for the ones that are too hard to make. Right, now, before we start, hello. Oh, is that mine? Oh, I've always wanted a Grogu. This one's real. Look at that, it's made of silicon. For the guys at the back, there's a little Grogu. They don't look impressed. There's a little Grogu on the stage. Now, when I first came up to meet these guys, we did a little bit of a video. Some of you might not have heard the question I asked them. So obviously, we all love superheroes. We love movies. I asked them, what is their favorite superhero movie, whether it's Marvel, Star Wars, whatever. So we're going to go again. Tell us your favorite, and we'll go down the line.
So my favorite Star Wars movie is actually Rogue One. It came fairly recently. Well, no, I say fairly recently, 2015, nearly 9 years ago. Oh, God, that makes me feel old. Yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites.
Is that good, guys? Is Rogue One of the best Star Wars? Hands in the air if you agree.
I got someone shook their head. No.
Someone? No. So he is not happy.
Oh, no.
He's like, what? How dare you? He's getting up his chair.
Run away.
Right, okay. Let's hear yours.
My favourite Star Wars is Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back, everyone?
It's iconic.
That's
iconic.
Everyone normally says that's like the main one, isn't it?
What?
Is that better than Return of the Jedi? So what are you saying, sir?
What?
You're saying that is a good one. All right, I love that.
Please.
All right, Empire Strikes Back and...
Are we going purely Star Wars now, or?
Well, no, do you know what? Anything. It's just...
Yeah, original answer of mine was Avengers, where it all started. All the team were together.
That's right, yeah, and they were exactly what you said to me at the start. Same.
Complete
no one
traitor to the
changed
universe that I'm dressed as, but whatever.
I love that. Guys, we've got to give them a huge round of applause, not just because they're hot and sweaty, but they've been absolutely fantastic. Thank you ever so much. You guys got a stool over there for pictures and everything over that?
Literally just across.
Literally over that way. You guys, you've been absolutely mega. Thank you once again. Give it up for these guys. Woo! Thank you once again. Cheers.